What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerdy Mark channel. I'm Sid the Nerdy Mark, and this is who should win versus who will win at Double or Nothing. So, Double or Nothing. This is a history in the making event. This is, of course, the follow-up to 2018's All In, which I absolutely loved. But this is the first pay-per-view under the AEW or All Elite Wrestling banner. And if you are a wrestling fan, you should absolutely be excited for this event because this is something that is going to be game-changing, and groundbreaking. If All In was just a taste of what the Bucks and Cody can do, Double or Nothing, I think the name speaks for itself. It's going to be Double or Nothing. That's what kind of Cody said after All In was over. So I can definitely expect big things from this. So to commemorate this history in the making event, I did want to give my personal predictions for all the matches in Double or Nothing, who should win and who will win. But this time, I'm not alone. I do have my good buddy John Kerns representing Armbar Audio with me to give his predictions as well. So we're going to be doing this together. I'm going to have him introduce himself, and then we're going to just dive right into the predictions, starting with the pre-show and whatnot, or the buy-in as it's called. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to John for him to say hi, and we're going to dive right into these predictions. So John, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is John Kerns and I am here representing Armbar Audio. First and foremost, I want to thank Sid for inviting me onto his Double or Nothing prediction special.
So let's start off with the buy-in. There are two matches in the buy-in, the first of which is Kip Sabian taking on Sammy Guevara. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't know too much about both these people. Sammy Guevara, just a little bit. I know he was in AAA for the longest time, and he's also, a luchador, does that lucha style. And also, doesn't hurt that he is a Texan, fellow Texan, just like me. He's from Houston, so that's fantastic. Kip Sabian, on the other hand, I really don't know too much about, but I'm excited to see what he does bring to the table. But just for the hell of it, I'm going to go ahead and say that I want Sammy Guevara to win this, and I think that Sammy Guevara will win this match. John, how about you?
I really like Sammy Guevara, Sammy G. I've actually seen him live a couple times, so I know more about him than I do Kip Sabian. So for that reason, I want Sammy G to win, and I think he will. Mostly because he is a featured player right now on Being the Elite.
Next up on the buy-in, we do have the Casino Battle Royale. Now, this match does have some title implications because the winner of this match will face off against the winner of Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship, soon to be one of the most coveted prizes in all of professional wrestling, I'm sure. Some of the entrants do include Sonny Kiss, Sunny Days, MJF, the Salt of the Earth himself, the bad boy Joey Janela, Glacier, a WCW legend, and of course Sean Spears, the former Ty Dillinger, who is fittingly drew the number 10 card, so that makes a lot of sense, I'm sure. That's a pretty cool lineup in itself. There are other names, but I don't want to really get into all of them. That'll take too long. However, the number 21 spot is the Joker card, or I can't believe I'm saying this, the wild card. And there's been a lot of speculation as to who the wild card is, so I'm going to do something different for this one. I want to talk about who I want to win the Battle Royal itself and who I think the wild card is going to be. So I personally would love for the bad boy Joey Janela himself to win this match. I kind of like Joey Janela a lot. He's like an 80s action hero. What's not to love, right? As far as who is going to be in the number 21 spot, I'm not sure because many people are leaving their companies and possibly coming into AEW. But for the sake of argument, I am going to go ahead and just say that it could be Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose.
Looking at everybody who has been announced for the Battle Royale, I would really like, as you all know, friend of Armbar Audio, Brian Pillman Jr. to win this Battle Royale. However, I do think that because of the storylines going with BTE, that MJF will walk away with the victory. And as for who the wild card is, I know that this will cause a lot of possibly controversy, but I do, in my heart of hearts, believe that the wild card entrant into the Casino Battle Royale will be none other than CM Punk. The reason that I think this is just due to some rumors and things that people have said going online.
Now, I don't know what order these matches are exactly going to be in, but we're just going to pick a random order. So the first match I do want to talk about is SCU, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky taking on a team from OWE, a China-based pro wrestling company. This kind of shows like the partnership between OWE and AEW. Of course, the team is called the Strong Hearts, and it composes of wrestling legend Chima, along with El Lindemann and T-Hawk. Now, personally, I would actually like to see the Strong Hearts take the win this time, just because I think it would really put OWE on the map. A win for them would definitely, show what kind of skills these guys have and how amazing they are. Now, of course, a loss wouldn't hurt them, but I think a win would be very, very beneficial for OWE. And to be frank with you, I think SCU, at this point, they're a very well-established team. They can afford to eat a loss. However, I do feel like the victory is going to go to SCU.
I want SCU to win, and I think SCU will win because they are more well-known to the American audience, which, of course, is mostly who will be viewing the Double or Nothing event.
Up next, we do have a triple threat match between three of the flagship women of AEW. We have Nyla Rose taking on Kylie Rae and Britt Baker in a triple threat match. This should be very interesting. I'm very excited to see what all three women can do. I did watch Britt Baker's performance in All In, and she was fantastic. I think Britt Baker definitely should win this match. However, because she's a fan favorite, I do feel like Kylie Rae is going to win this one. So, John, what do you think?
I personally would like Kylie Rae to win, but I do think that Britt Baker will walk away with this victory. We have a tag team match between the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, and a team of Angelico and Jack Evans, who were just recently signed to AEW contracts. I do want, and I think that the Best Friends will win.
I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about Angelico and Jack Evans, but Chuck Taylor and Beretta I have heard of. So I guess just because I'm familiar with them, I'm going to go for the Best Friends to win this match. I think that they should and will win this match.
We have a 6-woman tag match composed of Asia Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Ryu Mizunami. I personally only know about Asia Kong. So for that reason, and that reason only, honestly, I do want the team of Asia Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura to walk away with the victory, and I think they will.
Now, I will be frank with you guys. I do not know a single thing about any of these women. I just don't. I'm sorry. But if I was to pick, I'm going to go ahead and pick Asia Kong's team for the win. I don't know. That's just who I'm going to pick.
Now, getting into our main events here, starting with Cody versus Dustin. This match is one that I'm very much looking forward to. One that I did not know I wanted until I got it. I do really want Cody to get the victory here. And because of the way that Dustin Rhodes is and how willing and how wanting to put over the next generation of wrestling Dustin is, I do think that Cody Rhodes will go over in this match.
The promos between both of these men have been just absolutely fantastic. Dustin talking about how he loves his brother, but he has a lot to prove. Cody talking about how he loves his brother, but he hates the Attitude Era, which is what, Dustin was a prominent factor in that era. So I think this should be a really emotional match. I think I'll probably have tears in my eyes because I got very close during the Nick Aldis match that Cody did. However, I personally would like Dustin to win, but I do think that Cody is walking away with the victory this time. Next up, we do have the Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Bros, and this should be a really fantastic match because I think both the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks are two of the best tag teams, if not the two best tag teams in all of wrestling today. Now, personally, I actually would like to see Pentagon and Phoenix take the win in this match. I know I didn't root for any of the AEW resident players in this for the most part, but hey, I just kind of want to see something a little different. But I do feel like the Young Bucks will take the victory in this one. So that's kind of my pick. John, what about you?
Getting into the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, I really want the Young Bucks to get a victory here. And this match, it's not even noted on Wikipedia, but this match is for the AAA Tag Team titles. So for that reason, I do think that the Lucha Brothers will pick up the victory and take those titles back to AAA, where they belong. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting Hangman versus Pac. But if you go on All Elite Wrestling's YouTube channel, that match has been uploaded. They did it in Nottingham, England last week.
And finally, we do have the match that I presume is going to be the main event of Double or Nothing. We have the Alpha of Pro Wrestling, the GOAT, the Pariah, the Maverick, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. Oh, sorry, that's WWE copyright. But we do have Chris Jericho himself taking on the Cleaner, the best bout machine, probably the best wrestler in the world, in my opinion, today, Kenny Omega. This is going to be an absolute barn burner of a match. If you did not watch their match at Wrestle Kingdom 12, I suggest you go check it out. It was amazing. I want to see what they do and how they top their match at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think this is going to be great. I think this is going to be a fantastic match. Personally, I actually would like to see Chris Jericho take the win. It pains me to root against Kenny Omega, but I would love for Chris Jericho to win this one. However, I do feel like the Cleaner will come out on top once again.
Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. The sequel. The much anticipated sequel. Alpha Omega Part 2. I would like Kenny Omega to pick up another victory against Chris Jericho, but keep in mind that I said another victory. For that reason, I do believe that Chris Jericho will get his revenge and pick up a victory against Kenny Omega and go into Dominion for New Japan Pro Wrestling with a win over Omega that he can use as leverage as to why he has a shot at Kazuchika Okada.
So that pretty much concludes our predictions for Double or Nothing, who should win and who will win. Once again, I want to thank John Kerns of Armbar Audio for joining me on this.
Again, Sid, thank you very much for inviting me on. And that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed Double or Nothing. I know I will.
If you'd like to see more of them, check out Armbar Audio on YouTube. I believe that they are the Omega of podcasts. See what I did there? John and Tim. But anyway, with that being said, check them out and let me know what are your predictions for Double or Nothing in the comments section below. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media and tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Enjoy Double or Nothing this weekend. With that being said, this is Sid signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye.